Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so last two sessions we did implement a new versioning for the game. We showed in the main menu, we showed in the window title, we showed in the options menu. I was thinking we probably show way too much information now, right? So I wonder, I was thinking that maybe this git version, git tag, git version, git tag. I don't know about this git tag thingy here. So I'm wondering if we should hide this behind a... If we should hide this behind this. Let's see how it currently looks. Because too much information is maybe also confusing, right? I mean, it's good information to identify things, but I mean, there's the exe CSC, the ini CSC, so there's a lot of CSC shit. So I don't know. So I think it probably should be either this or this, right? It shouldn't be both, right? I guess the date is fine. Everyone can understand that. Regarding the main menu. I think this one should do printf leading zeros 05. Yeah. So shall we 08? So maybe we should call this rev. Maybe R is a fine. R. Okay, so so here with this one, how about we don't do that? We say if If show full version, then we do that. Otherwise, we do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then, so if we would now remove the full version thingy, we should probably also add this here. Maybe. Okay. I don't know why we are using the version in here. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, why don't we call here get Unicode build revision git revision. Oh, we don't have that. ASCII git revision. Unicode git revision. Huh, is that not build or what? It is. Revision. Revision. Oof, it's really warm here. Okay. Okay. Let's see that. We have an error here. Okay. So now it says revision about 542. About because we have uncommitted changes in there, right? We have a exe hash. We have any hash. We have a URL here. Should we maybe remove the colon? Just R. There's something about this that I don't quite like yet, but I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it is a problem that it looks so grayish. Maybe it should be two full whites. Maybe it shouldn't be bold. Just white, normal. Yeah. It looks a bit thin, doesn't it? It looks a bit thin, yeah. It looks a bit out of place this way. I think with bold it looks a bit better. Because the other titles in the main menu are quite bold as well, the button text, right? So we need to hide this. We need to hide this drawing when the menu is not in the main menu. So we have main menu. Main menu init, do we have? Yeah. Do we have a shutdown? We do. Where do we have variables of this thing? We do have him here. So we can add a string. Okay, so the first thing we do is we move this guy up here. Here. Let's call this version display string. Set size. We go to main menu, shutdown. Free display string, version display string. So if that go main menu init. Main menu, actually we need to do this here. Main menu init. Set focus. Do if version display string is null. We should probably add a static int version display string pos x. Should be null. Y. This here, then we do the version string, the display string manager, new display string, and then we say if it actually has created it, then we do that. And here we say if this is null and the version is not null and the global data is not null. Then we do a static init version display string void then we also have a static void shutdown version display string if that is not null, then the display string manager destroy free. Okay, it has frozen. Free display string that no. Then we call init in here. and shut down. We call down here, here. Okay. And then here we do main menu draw. We do if the display, if version display string is not null, then we draw it. Pos X, pos Y, and you do it like this, that. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, and the hope is that maybe this also okay. Fonts, text, size. Display. Display. And the display is not now. Maybe we should say if that is not null, then this is already done, so we return. And then for that is null. And then we do debug assert crash. So we expect the global data, right? We expect the display, and we accept this, and we expect the font library. Jesus Christ! And does it really make sense to test all these things? Not sure that makes sense. Maybe we don't need all these checks here. Let's remove these. We just assume they are there. Okay. Now these fonts we don't need. Yeah. Okay, bold. Okay, maybe this works. Yeah. Point size. Font. Shit. Maybe. Font not no. Okay, will this work? I don't know. Let's see. So it's an effort to have it a bit more efficient. So we just have one initialization, and then we also free it on shutdown. Let me put a breakpoint here actually, and then the update is cheaper, right? Because it doesn't need to build the string and everything all the time, right? So it builds a string here, yeah. Gets the display, font, okay. And now if we change resolution, then it calls a shutdown, yeah, that's good. And then it recreates it. That's good. Okay, that works. I think it seems a bit too aggressive now, this text. It's too visible. Yeah. It's too visible. It's too much. Let's go back to the draw function. Maybe how about we move this also into a separate function, to a static void draw version display string. Okay, then we call that down here. There you go. Manual draw. Manual draw. Okay, main menu drawings. Okay. Okay, so that will handle the creation and the destruction in a good enough manner. Now we still need to hide this version display string when we are in some specific menu. How do we do that? Not shown, message. Do we have any globals that give us some information about the state? Oof. Just entered. Do we have any information? Don't show main menu. What is this? Public functions. Contains booleans. Don't show main menu. We need some kind of state here. The question is, how do we get that? We do have transitions and this shit here. Yeah, that's a good question. How do we do that? $800, 1800 lines for the main menu. Poof. Winset focus. Parent main menu. maybe we can go by if the exit button is visible. If the exit button is visible, then we must be in the main menu, right? Maybe we can do that. What is it? So, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. So we say if button, if button exit and button exit, what kind of functions do we have? Win is hidden. Win is hidden. There we go. So if it's not hidden, then we do this. Yeah, this might work. This might work, yeah. But it might not work at the initial phase where the button is not even shown, right? Let me see. Okay, it does show. Huh. That was weird. It works in principle, except for the animation here. Okay, that doesn't work. And button, do we have something like is in focus? Is focus. Focus. Get status. Get status. Status. Probably we need to go for at the top of the window list, active. Yeah. Active. Yeah, maybe we check this guy. Win get style status equals win active. Do we actually have a win is active? No, we don't. Okay, let's see if that works any better. Okay. Okay, so we don't see any text yet. Now we move the mouse and we still don't see it. Okay. That's too bad. Does not take input focus. It's hidden. So we could try the no focus. Well, input does not take input. Instead, there's no input. We can try that, yeah. Okay, that's unexpected. That's also unexpected. Okay, so it doesn't go away at all. Okay. Then let's try no focus. Okay. That also doesn't work. Well, nothing works here. Hidden, enabled, can receive any. Okay, let's try enable then. Let's do it equally enabled. Okay, we don't see it at all. Fantastic. Okay, so I can't get it to work with a button somehow. I thought that this would do the trick. If the button is visible, do it. Doesn't work. Hidden sort of worked, but not really. This doesn't work. That's too bad. Is there anything else? Style? No. Winget enabled. Bit is set. Bit is set. Oh, it's a bit flag, right? Okay, my check is actually totally wrong here. Yeah, win is enabled. Right. When get enabled. It's a bit flag. I totally tested this wrong. There's hope. Let's test it again. Okay, it shows. Still shows. Still shows. Okay. Well, that's a pity. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try bit is set. Get status. So we had when no focus, right? No focus. If not that. Okay. It still shows. Oof. With no inputs. At least it's fast to test. Easy to test. Okay. I didn't picture that the status flags are so finicky. Still doesn't work. What else do we have? Hidden, enabled. Active enabled. Let's try active. Okay, that doesn't show at all. Jesus Christ. So enable didn't work, active didn't work. Hidden will work, but not in the options menu. Why is this not a class? Oh boy. Do we get callbacks when we click some of these buttons? We do have some here. Yeah. Button pushed, selected. Button pushed. Maybe we can work with button pushes. If we click a button, so selected means we clicked any button, right? But how do we know that we unclick a button? Do we go back? Push. Right. Maybe we just say I think we can say in the shell get screen count. So if the screen count is 1, then we are in the main menu. Maybe we can do that. It's a bit dirty, but it should be reliable. Yeah, it should be reliable. Well, only as long as the main menu is the one and only screen, right? So it disappears now because we entered a different menu. Oh, that's a pop-up. Oof. Okay. Options menu. Push. Huh. But it does push. Where does it say skirmish ID? Then we open options menu. What is this? Why is it doing that? Huh? What? Ah, skirmish game options. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It's because I see push. It's because the options menu is not pushed onto the stack, but it's already part of the shell here. Right. In the window layouts, do we have... hide? Yeah, I don't quite know how to do it elegantly. It seems like a massive hack to react to the state of menus. No, I don't know how to deal with this. We need to somehow say we are in the menu, we don't see anything else, but maybe we have to work with a group here, transition handler. Transition handler. doesn't help. Drop down windows. Drop down windows. Okay. Drop down windows, win height force. Initial hide. See. What is parent main menu? What is this? Parent main menu. What if we say parent main menu and parent main menu win is hidden, not win is hidden. I think the problem is that that string that prints through all the windows, right? It can't be overlapped by anything, right? Mm. Mm. It's not a good solution drawing this here. Yeah. It's not good. The question is how can we do it? Maybe we can't. Maybe we can't. Maybe we shouldn't draw it there then. Maybe we should just draw it in the options menu as per the original. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I think the better idea is to say that we put it in the options menu, and maybe we prepare a string for the main menu that someone can place into the actual WMD file. So we don't hard code it, but we give the option to draw it in there. How about that? Maybe that's the way to go. Okay, then I will do the following. I will remove all this, and this, and I will remove all this, and then I will take this here. I will search for this. Then I go to options menu, show full version. So this one takes this. Build user, then we take the build user, okay. exe ini git commit time. Send as exe. Then we remove this here, remove that, and that, and that, and that. Okay. One error. Remove that. And that. Post window draw. What is that? Okay, so yeah, then I think the better action is that we prepare a label similar to the options menu for the main menu. So some designer can place it or not place it. They can adjust the size and control it. And I think that's a better way. Yeah. Yeah. Gives more control. Yeah. No hacks. No hacks. Okay, so it shows now here version, blah, dates, exe, any. Okay, it's quite a lot. Okay. Okay, we change the resolution. Is readable. Is readable. I think it should be bold. It's quite a bit hard to. Yeah, it's quite small, isn't it? Yeah. But okay, that's a design issue. It's a design issue. Okay, and then we go to the main menu and we also add a, let me see. So we remove these guys. Label version. Version ID. So there was already such a thing here, label version. So it looks like that they moved it to the options menu, right? This label version. Yeah. Yeah. Main menu init. Then I would say we how about we simply copy the stuff? Version ID. Is that used anywhere else? No. Label version. To me, it looks like we can just copy this whole thing and we just drop it in the main menu. The main menu init. Maybe we add a static init label version. Void. Let me say here main menu. We do that. Then we do the same here, static init label version. Init label version. Take this guy, put it in here. Okay, I think that's good. So someone can then basically add the same label version that is already in the options menu, can add it to the main menu and have it in there as well. Sounds good to me. Okay, then we can clean up here. Remove this garbage here. This. There we go. Okay. Let's search for label version one more time. Ah, see, it actually was like this here. And we can remove this here. And this. Let's search for it again, label version. And that looks pretty uniform. We are not yet calling it here. Hold on. We need to call it probably here. Okay, let's put a breakpoint in here. See if it's getting called then. Okay. Version ID. Okay. It doesn't find it. Oh. I see. There's a problem here. We need to say a label version and that. This will crash now. Yeah, we should do the same in the options menu. Oh, we already do. No. We don't. There we go. Okay. version. That's stupid. How was this before? Hold on. Options in here. Options menu. It was not supposed to be. Now I see. Then we need to say okay. Do it like that. Options menu. Okay. So label version is null, and so it won't enter. Fair enough. And in the options menu, put a breakpoint here. Options, and there we do get the label. And then it goes down here, and then it initializes it. And then we're good to go. Okay. Okay, then I think that's the best we can do. I don't particularly like it here in the options menu down here because it's not so visible. Maybe if it was bold, it would be a bit better. But okay. I think it's better in the main menu. Yeah, maybe. Good. Anyway, so this allows the designer to now put it into the main menu if they like to. We don't force it. I think that's a better approach. No hacks. Sounds good. We still also have it in the window title. So it is visible. Yeah. Okay. I think that works. Then let me take a screenshot of that thing. Yeah. Paint. Okay. Okay. Good. Then let's clean up this mess. So we don't need this here anymore. We can remove that. Yeah. I think we also don't need the UL. So let's remove that as well. Here. Then we can also remove the URL here. Remove that. Yeah. Then we remove the URL here and here. Then we remove it here. Then we remove it here. And when we see the builds, okay, what else can we hide? Remove. We can remove this here. We can remove this. We remove this. And this. Okay. What else? We remove that. We remove this. And this. And this. Okay. Okay. Okay, that looks very clean. I like that. Options menu, same bullshit. Very nice. Then we remove this here. Then we remove that. And that. I think this one we don't need to touch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Yeah. Now I think for generals for now we can revert this. We can replicate it later. Good, let's see if that still builds or not. No, it builds. Okay, that's great. I like it. I like it. Now, since we touched all these lines, we can also fix the alignment here, right? Okay. Good. I like it. I like it. Somebody somewhere. Okay, I think that's good. Nothing to complain from my side. We have all the important information in here. There's the original game version, our revision here, the build date or the commit date, let's say, the exe hash, the ini hash, and the author. Yeah. I think this is good. Maybe I add some arrows here to make it obvious what to look at. Let's take a green color that has a better JPEG compression. And make a fat arrow here. There. And there. Okay. Okay. Good. Then let's save it as a JPEG. This is version info. Good. Good. Is there anything else we should clean up here, or is this good? Let's see. This one here is not strictly related. Should probably revert this here. Yeah. Good. I will take a break now. Next session we open review for this, and then we probably look at some other reviews as well. Okay, good. I think that was a good session. Then take a break here. Wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.